name is Gulshan Bashirova and I'm a junior technical recruiter at Refurbed. Welcome to our career talks about what it is like working at Refurbed in its various departments. Today we would like to tell you what it is like working in the engineering team. And the best way to do it is, of course, to talk to one of our engineering managers, Michal Himala. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, welcome.
Actually, I prepared a bunch of questions to you, so I hope you don't mind interrogating you.
Sure, go ahead.
Perfect. So my first question is, what caught your attention about Refurbed?
It would be two things. The first one, the sustainability mission, and the second one, the technology stack. You rarely get a company when you get these two cool things together at one place.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. And what actually convinced you to finally get to this position and apply for it?
Probably the people. During the interview process, I met a really incredible people, and they were very kind and open, and it was just a pleasure to do the discussions with them.
Awesome, this is really nice to hear. And could you tell us about your journey during the past 2 years within the company?
Yeah, so I started as a software engineer on the backend team, working mainly on the platform feature stuff. Since I had the experience with managing infrastructure and DevOps, I started to tweak our infrastructure and the deployment process. And later on, once the backend team grew, we realized that we need to split it up. So we did. A new team was created. It was called Infrastructure and Architecture. So the focus was mainly about how do we architect the platform and also how do we scale up the infrastructure properly. And I became a team lead of that team. And right now I'm an engineering manager, as you said, and still leading this, right now being called a platform team and also supervising one another team lead for a different backend team.
Awesome. This sounds like an exponential growth within the company, right?
It was pretty awesome journey.
Okay, perfect. My next question would be, what actually keeps you motivated?
Probably the people again, like Refurbed has a very talented, incredible talented and people with high potential, and working with them on daily basis is just really motivating. It keeps you up in the morning and gives you a lot of energy.
Yeah, can't agree more. So how does a typical day look like for you?
My typical day would consist of code reviews and a lot of live discussions. And also based on the day in the week, we usually have some weeklies, maybe a planning session or a demo. And since the whole engineering department is working remotely, this is mainly happening online using some video conferencing tool. So there is a lot of steering into the monitor and discussing, but it is how it is and we like it. We figure out a way how to make it a pleasure for us. And we also organize on a regular basis an informal gatherings online when we get together, discuss some technical and non-technical topics together and have some fun.
Oh, okay. Sounds interesting and sounds like you're really teamed up and trying to be an actual team.
We are trying our best.
Yeah, perfect. So, Michal, what are the most challenging projects that you have worked on so far?
Okay, so the first one would be about transforming our original APIs from the technology which was REST to a new technology which is gRPC, which also involves kind of changing the structure of the code and splitting the code base into different domains. So the developers are becoming responsible for certain parts of the code by themselves. That was pretty challenging, but also brought a lot of improvements and simplifications into the platform and the development process. And the second one, which is kind of an ongoing process, is all about scalability of the platform itself, but more importantly, about scaling the processes in such a way that we can grow the engineering team and keep our developers productive and happy.
Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty challenging, but yet exciting.
It is.
So here at Refurb, we do actually rate how happy our team members are. And so far, I have noticed that the team members from the engineering team are the happiest. What do you think are the reasons for that?
I would say it's a combination of the culture within the teams and also our values we try to foster, and that would be We try to be very pragmatic about what we do and how we do stuff. We try to keep things simple, and also we give developers freedom, so they are actually owning the code they are writing. They are bringing the ideas, but with that comes also responsibility. So they are responsible. I can say that so far it was very good experience for the code they write, and they do write a lot of tests, and they do also monitor things in the production. And I would say this combination of responsibility and the freedom and keeping things simple creates this internal culture which is very welcoming and very positive.
Okay. Yeah, actually, when you give the freedom to your team members to do what they really love, it's always more encouraging and gives you more happiness while working in the team. Perfect. My last question for today would be, what are you most grateful for in regard to your development here at Refurbed?
Nice question. Let me think. I think like having a chance to work for a scale up and being a part of the change, because in scale up every day things are changing and we are improving as we go and we learn as we go, and being a part of this transformation and having a chance to to say things and being listened to actually affect what we do and how we do stuff. That's something which I'm really grateful for, and it brought me a lot of learnings and some life lessons as well.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. This was a very inspirational story from Michal Jumala, our engineering manager. And if you feel like you're a good fit for this position, feel free to apply through our career portal or to message us on LinkedIn. We will be happy to contact you back and actually explain what it is like working at Refurbed in the engineering team and how to apply. Thank you, and looking forward to looking at your applications.